The task force used accessibility, flexibility, and comfort as our guiding principles in our conversations. But in some of our focus groups with other parishioners, we also learned that the seating in the cathedral had the opportunity to bring us closer to each other and to God through acts of communion and community. It was fascinating to see how the seating in the nave could really connect us to our traditions and rituals and invite us into deeper relationships with each other.
I think it's exciting to consider how chairs might impact how we build community here at St. John's. As is true of any change that happens in our lives, I believe that this is an invitation. We are invited, I think, to reimagine how space might be used to bring more faith, hope, and love into the world. To me, the nave of the cathedral is a sacred space. It has been a space in which I have regaled in the grandeur of trumpets at Easter fanfare, and it has also been a space that has held me in more solemn, quiet moments. Wherever I'm at in my spiritual journey, this cathedral has been a powerful physical invitation to commune with God and with God's people. Perhaps there are opportunities for us as congregants to see each other's faces in the round, or perhaps chairs can be arranged in ways that make a particular type of service, a baptism, a funeral, a wedding, a Eucharist, feel more intimate. It seems to me that chairs give us an opportunity to continue the things we have always loved in our worship, and also to have the flexibility to enter into new ways of worship at different times.
When I think of early church history and our worship here in the nave of the cathedral, I immediately think of that we are involved in an act of memory, an act of remembrance. The words of the prayer book in the Eucharistic prayers that we use always include an element of what's called anamnesis, and that is remembrance. But it's a special kind of remembrance where we are thinking about the past in order to make it present. And so now we're thinking about a different kind of seating, and that is individual chairs. And what that allows us to do as we think historically, as we engage in an act of memory, but also as we engage in symbolic ritual activity, is to think about how a movement away from fixed, rigid sort of pews to individual chairs might underscore and support our theology of the Eucharist. And that means that we have a flexibility about the arrangement of those chairs so that at times we might be facing one another. The altar might be in our midst. The choir would be closer, would be enabled to be closer to us so that we have a more collective sense. So I'm very excited about the possibilities and opportunities that moving from fixed wooden pews in the nave will afford us. It will give us opportunities to think more imaginatively about the past and to draw the past into our present, but it will also allow us to think more richly in symbolic and ritualistic sorts of ways as we carry out our work as the people of God to glorify God to the best of our ability.